Today we're doing I Will Survive by Gloria Gaynor. I love this song. I played it at a wedding last night, and my student requested to learn it today, so here we are learning it. I'll play it, and then I will break it down. First verse just has these chords. That only goes once. And that's pretty much the whole song. That just goes for the whole time. So we're going to start by hitting a big low E, and then we're going to ascend in a E7 flat 9 arpeggio. So D, E, G sharp. You do those three notes with the left hand, and then the rest of the notes you do with this specific pattern where the G sharp is in the left hand, and then the B, D, and F are in the right hand. And the reason to do it that way is because it's particularly ergonomical to play it fast. I apologize for my hand going off camera there, but that's the fingering for that. So you go up the arpeggio, and you also go back down, and you end on F. Then you have these chords: A minor, A, C, E, D minor, A, D, F, G major, C major, F major, B diminished, E major. And I think it's particularly important how you play those chords. So if you play it like this, where you play the first shape and then the second shape inverted in this particular way, it's going to be particularly easy to play the whole progression. So A, C, E, and then you keep your thumb on the same note and you move your other two fingers up to D and F. Practice switching between those two shapes a few times, and then once you get that, all you really need to do is take that set of two chords and move it down key by key. And the same shape moved down one key, same shape moved down again, and then this last chord is the only different one. E, G sharp, and B. So you just got to remember that G sharp. Okay, next step, get your left hand involved. So A, D, G, C, F, B, E. And those sets of notes are always going to be 4 notes apart. A is 4 notes from D. A is 4 notes from D. Then you just go down 1. G is 4 notes from C. Go down 1. F is 4 notes from B. Go down 1 to E. Practice doing that with 2 hands. Great. Okay, now let's add some rhythm to it and some different stuff happening in the 2 hands. So this is where it starts to get fun. Etc. Once you got that down, you can start to add some bass movement. So instead of just going A, D, G, C, F, B, E, what you do is you're going to lead up to each note by the 3 preceding notes before it. So A, leading up to D, and then your next note is G, but you're going to lead up to it by the 3 notes before it. And then your next note is C, lead up to that. Next note is F, and then up to G. Up to B, and then down to E. So combine all of that, and here you go. and that is I Will Survive by Gloria Gaynor. So let's talk a little bit about the chord progression. So this song is in the key of A minor. All the chords are going to be chords that are native to the key of E minor, except the very last chord, the E major. So there's a couple things to say about that. The first is that this chord progression is what we call a cycle 4 chord progression. That means that the chords are always cycling in fourths. So, like I was saying earlier, A is a fourth away from D, so A up to D is 4 notes, A, B, C, D. Then you go down to G, and you cycle 4 up to C, and you repeat that pattern. So it's a repeating pattern that cycles fourths the whole time. When you get to that last chord, the E major, the thing to note about it is that the E major is not a chord that comes natively out of the key of A minor. If we look at the slide that's on the screen, you'll see that the 5 chord, that lowercase v, is an E minor. So the chord that you build off of the 5th degree of the scale when you stack the notes in thirds is going to be E, G, and B, which is an E minor. So where do we get that G sharp? Well, in order to get that G sharp, basically we make a brief deviation to something called a harmonic minor. A harmonic minor is an A minor scale with a major 7. So the scale you see on your screen right now, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, that's the A natural minor scale. In order to make it a harmonic minor scale, we're going to raise that G up to a G sharp. The purpose of that is so that we get basically this, is so that we get this 5 major chord resolving back to the 1 chord, because that G sharp, which is called the leading tone, the major 7th, has a particular pull back to A. So essentially, harmonic minor is sort of like a fix to our natural minor scale that makes it so that we can get this 5 major chord. Because otherwise, the 5 minor chord just doesn't have as strong of a pull back to the 1. So we want that strong pull back to 1 so that we get that sound that we all know and love of the 5 major resolving to the 1 chord. I think that's all there is to really say about this song. This song is awesome, and I hope you have fun playing it. See you next time.